Okay, guys, this is Jason Rusk. I wanted to reach out and share my knowledge about what I'm learning about Bitcoin, what I'm learning about land. There's all kinds of things I'll be talking about, but today's focus will be Bitcoin. And what is Bitcoin mining? So I want to say thanks to bitcoinmining.com. A bunch of these slides came from bitcoinmining.com, so check their website out. In fact, I'll put a reference down there. It's in the slide, but then I'll also put a reference in the YouTube. So anyways, what is Bitcoin mining? Okay, it's a decentralized computational process that serves two purposes. So as you see here, you guys are intelligent, you can read this. I'm just going to go over it though. Confirms transactions in a trustful manner when enough computational power effort is devoted to a block. So the whole idea behind this is transparency. It's the idea that we don't need to have these third parties that we currently have in our system, whether that be a notary, whether that be a third bank. Like when you're sending a wire transfer, your wires never go from bank to bank. They always have a third party bank. They always have something else. So we have so many extra transactions, so much extra work and money costs. So this would be helpful with money savings. So then you see the next part over here. It says creates issues, new Bitcoins in each block. Okay, so it goes like this. First thing you see is verify if transactions are valid. So this is a system that verifies this, like I said, without having these third and fourth and fifth parties. And it's like a bunch of people, like multiple notaries at one time being able to like, yep, stamping it, we like that, we're on board. And then what you do, you see step 2, it says bundles the transactions in a block. So this is very transparent too, because you can go research all of these. And I'll show you some examples later on in the slides, but it's very transparent. You know what's going on. It's not something hidden like the banks have and the other third parties have. So third step, select the header of the most recent block and insert it into the new block as a hash. So basically you're just connecting those blocks. Then you see down here it says solve the proof of work problem. It's number 4 step. And then 5, when the solution is found, the new block is added to the local blockchain and propagated to the network. So it's a way to cement what's being done. It's a verification process that streamlines the process and cuts down on extra fees and extra work. So what is proof of work? It's a method to ensure that information, which is the new block, was difficult, costly, and time-consuming to be made. So there's work behind it. There's work that's being done. And as you see here, there's the cost of processing power. So you got hardware, you got energy, and you got time. It takes all these resources. So it's easy, but on the other hand, for others to check if the requirements were met. So next. So here's what the practice of, in practice of the proof of work. So you begin, like it says up here, right? I propose new block. So you combine and hash. So you get this header, right? Of the most recent block. You get this, you combine and hash. And you see here it says nonce. An incremental number, right? So, sorry, I don't want to confuse you guys. Actually, I'm confused myself. But you see, it comes, you get this new block. You get combine and hash. It comes down to hash number. And hash is a target less than the target value. So if it's no, then it comes back up here, increment and try again. And you see this increment number, right, the nonce. But if it's yes, you solve the problem. Nice. You solve the problem, and pow, mining rewarded, okay? And this is just showing the mine, like to compare the target value determines mining difficulty. So next step. What is mining difficulty? Okay, so it's a measure of how difficult it is to find a hash below the target value. And this is during the proof of work. So as it shows here, mining difficulty goes up, target value goes down, whereas mining difficulty goes down, target value goes up. So how does this work? So More miners join the network. Block creation rate increases. Average mining time decreases. And so you see here it talks about there's an ideal mining time established as 10 per block. So that's ideal, but there's an ebb and flow. You also see mining difficulty increases, block creation rate goes down, average mining time goes back to normal. So it just mentions here that target value is recalculated every 2016 blocks, approximately 2 weeks. Okay, so now transition to Bitcoin cloud mining. What does that mean? So instead of having something at your house that you could have physically at your house, mining, you can actually purchase mining capacity in data centers. So instead of you having it at your house, basically you can purchase this and you can do Bitcoin cloud mining from some foreign or distant location, and it'll be taken care of at that location, and you can earn rewards. Now, I'm going to talk about in the next slide the pros and the cons. So the advantages. So the advantage of Bitcoin cloud mining, you've got no excess heat to deal with. It's quiet because there's no constantly humming of fans in your house, right? You're not having to pay electricity costs. You're not having to worry about selling mining equipment. When it's no longer profitable. Maybe it's always going to be, as they say, to some degree. Maybe it's not. And then you're not worrying about the ventilation problems, and also not have to worry about all these. Basically, just not have to deal with the headaches of having something physically at your house, right? What are the disadvantages? So there's fraud. So you could put money. I don't know if you've heard of some of these companies come and go. There's quite a few that have come and gone, and they say that they're doing mining, but you're putting money in and you're not. It's not happening. So there's that fraud. You don't know if it's truly happening. You're putting money into some company, and they could walk away. So I've been a part of the good, the bad, the ugly, and I feel like I'm part of a good group. There's a couple that I'm seeing that seems to be good now, and they may change and they may not, but I'll talk about those in a bit. So yeah, you're basically hands off. Like it mentions, no fun. It's like building your own Bitcoin. It could be lower profits because you're not actually dealing with it at your house. But I would say that's like sometimes lower profits, but they could be eating away at your what do you call that? Like your electricity costs or certain things. But this is saying possibly you could have lower profits if you're doing Bitcoin cloud mining. And of course, you don't have the physical product. That's the main thing. So just want to appreciate bitcoinmining.com for the resources. But I found a good bunch of this stuff on there. Check out their site. It's a good resource. You can learn a lot about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. So what I want to talk about a little bit more is a group that I participate with, and that's Bitclub Network. And there's a way that each of us can understand and learn more about Bitclub Network. And I feel like this is a very solid company. They've been around for going on 4 years now. These other companies that come and go, like these guys are solid. They have physical stuff in Iceland. They have some stuff they're working on in the United States. So there's different places they've been looking at having their stuff. Long story short, don't want to get into the weeds, but I want to kind of show you more about them. So this is Bitclub. There's many tools and resources in the members area. So once you join the network, it's a resource, and they're a huge data center, not just for Bitcoin, but for other digital assets as well. I'll give you some resources and some other videos to follow up. You can look up some of the founders of it, and they go into more details of things that you could be able to do with the kind of servers and mining capacity that we have. There's a lot of other things besides Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is one of the main things. We also do some other Bitcash and other stuff with GPUs as well. So who are we? A little more into detail. Our mission is to help anyone cash in on Bitcoin mining as blockchain tech becomes mainstream. So these are some of the things that this has gone over 3 years, but it's more closer to 4 years now. So Bitcoin, Club Coin is their actual coin. There's Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Dash, Monero, Zcash. Next, what do we do? As we've talked about, these are some things in the last 3 years, going on 4. They've mined over 50,000 Bitcoin, over 250,000 Ethereum, and it's something they shared back with the members. Pretty simple concept. If you want to purchase your mining equipment with us, I should say, you can share your affiliate URL, and you can get paid with mining commissions, and then also sharing it with other people. How to buy mining pools. Currently, they only accept Bitcoin Cash. So you have a Bitcoin Cash wallet. And then it just kind of tells you a little bit more details of all invoice payments within 10. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with this, and I'll share more. But when you actually buy, have an invoice set up to purchase or transact Bitcoin, you need to make sure you pay for it quickly. You'll see as more details or as more videos come out, I'll educate you on those videos. So anyways, these are Bitcoin mining pools that they have. They have pool 1, pool 2, pool 3, and a founder pool. So the founder pool basically is the 3 of the pools in one. It talks about how many mining days, commissions, and the repurchases. So what does this mean? So if you're in pool 1, 50% goes to repurchase of more mining equipment. 50% goes to commissions. If you're buying a pool of 1,000, 40% goes to repurchase, 60% goes to commission, and same with 2,000. You see 70% commission, 30% repurchase. Yeah, and these are the GPU mining pools. So a little different than the other pools. It's a 1 GPU share, and there's 5 GPU shares, and they're mining different things. So these guys, the GPU mines Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Monero, and Zcash. So they also mine 1,000 days. I think they talked about that might be going to 2,000 days. This is what's on the website at this current time. This here is just blockchain .info. You can see if you were to go to third-party verification, Bitclub Network. So there's Bitfury, Antpool, these different companies that are mining. You see for sure Bitclub Network is a true one out there. If you ask your other whoever you're mining with, they're probably mining with a larger company like this, but you can see Bitclub is legit. Once again, another way to check to see. This is just showing Bitclub Network, and shows the age, transactions, total sent. Just an example that Bitclub Network is legit. And also up here, Bitclub Network, another third, another testimony to say, hey, look, it's legit. So that's pretty much what I want to discuss about Bitclub or Bitcoin. As you see, this is about Bitclub. I'll also put some links in the down below. There's some other mining out there as well. Bitclub is a great tool. There's other opportunities that I've come across. I don't put my eggs in one basket anymore, but this is one of those that I feel is good. They're slow and steady right now. When the Bitcoin was up to 2,000, things were just climbing. I think everything was just going much more on fire. And since then, companies just kind of slow down. But the backbone behind the company, they're legit, good people, and they'll continue to move forward. And those people who move forward on this opportunity will see a great opportunity to make a lot of money in the future. So if you have any questions, I'll have my contact information down below.